Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dallas Cowboys no longer America's team? Shocking jersey sales numbers suggest the casual fan has given them the boot. In 1979, the Dallas Cowboys were given the nickname America's Team after TV announcer Pat Summerall introduced the team with that name during a CBS broadcast. Ever since then, the name has stuck and for the most part has been a symbol of the NFL to the common fan as well as internationally. 45 years later, maybe it's time to hang up that nickname. And it's not just me saying it, NFL fans are sending the message. Every team is going to have millions of fans in their area, but jersey sales rely more heavily on the common fan. It isn't so much about how many Patrick Mahomes jerseys are selling in the Kansas City area as it is about how well they sell in New York, Florida, and California. Does he pull fans from Arkansas, or do they prefer to go with Dallas? These are all different aspects that can contribute to the success of a jersey sale. Take the LA Dodgers as an example. Despite sharing the same market as the LA Angels, Dodger shirts and hats are seen nationwide. The same can be said about the Yankees and Mets. For every Mets hat I see on the street, there are 10 other Yankee hats. It is because the Yankees and Dodgers are, in many ways, America's teams. The same goes for the Lakers in the NBA. There is a sense of trendy when wearing Lakers gear even if in Texas, North Dakota, or Spain. Heck, even look at Real Madrid. Despite not really being a soccer nation, people still wear Real Madrid gear here in US. When was the last time you saw Crystal Palace gear? For the past 45 years, the Dallas Cowboys have been the Dodgers, Lakers, or Real Madrid of the NFL. But recent data suggests that has changed. For the NFL, the trendy gear to get is a jersey, for baseball, it's a hat, and for basketball, it's generally a shirt or jersey. Normally, a trendy player will take the top spot along with a retired player or an exciting rookie. Throw in the Super Bowl MVP, and from there, it sort of goes to the trendy teams. Normally, this may not be any reason for concern. There are 32 teams in the NFL, so on average, every team should get a single player every 3.2 years. This means that Dallas is just fine, right? Again, we are talking about America's team, and so far this year, the highest-ranked Cowboys player is Micah Parsons, sitting at 9th. Not quite. It is a bit concerning that Dallas is coming off of one of their best seasons in the last decade, yet they barely cracked the top 10, but there is a lot of buzz currently around the Kelsey brothers, and of course, the NFL is always promoting QBs. Cowboys auditioned CB's DeAndre Baker, Garion Conley. Neither DeAndre Baker nor Garion Conley's initial NFL runs lasted too long. Both first-round picks did not play a fourth NFL season, but each wound up in the UFL. Spring leagues have provided a springboard for second chances, and the Cowboys, who have led the way in value gained from the recent batch of American minor football leagues, are looking into both players. NFL teams cannot sign UFL players until next week, as the merged league's championship game is set for Sunday, but workouts are permitted this week. Several UFLers are receiving chances with NFL teams, and ESPN.com's Todd Archer indicates the Cowboys are taking a look at Baker and Conley at their minicamp this week. A 2017 Raiders first-round pick, Conley will turn 29 later this month. He has not played in an NFL game since Week 15 of the 2019 season. Conley spent the 2020 season on the Texans' IR list. Houston had acquired Conley via trade from Oakland in October 2019. The Raiders had used the former number 24 overall pick as a starter in every game that season leading up to the trade deadline but unloaded him for a third-round pick. This came early during the John Gruden-Mike Mayock years. Conley arrived during the Raiders' final Reggie McKenzie-run draft. Like Conley, Baker wound up with a second team after washing out early with the club that drafted him. An arrest led the Giants to waive Baker, a 2019 first-round pick, before the 2020 season. Robbery charges against the young cornerback ended up being dropped, and the Chiefs took a flyer on the struggling defender. Baker played in 10 Chiefs games from 2020 to 21, the team waived him in August 2022. Baker allowed 6 touchdown passes as the closest defender in a 15-start rookie season. Both Baker, 26, and Conley caught on with the DC defenders before the inaugural UFL season. Conley intercepted 2 passes this season, while Baker landed on the All-UFL team last week. Neither player played in the XFL or USFL in 2023. The Cowboys have benefited considerably from the latter league, with both Kavonde Turpin and Brandon Aubrey becoming Pro Bowlers in their first seasons in Dallas. Aubrey earned first-team All-Pro recognition in his Cowboys debut. Dallas is also working out the UFL's tackles leader, Willie Harvey Jr., per NFL.com's Tom Pelissero. The St. Louis Battlehawks defender totaled 76 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 9 tackles for loss this season. Harvey, 28, previously saw NFL time with the Browns from 2019 to 21, playing in just 4 games as a backup. Cleveland cut Harvey after its 2022 training camp. The Cowboys will see if Harvey's UFL work has made him a better candidate for an NFL role. Proposed Cowboys trade sees Ceedee Lamb unloaded for top-tier rookie WR. If the Dallas Cowboys are forced to trade Ceedee Lamb, an out-of-conference foe could be an ideal trade partner. The 25-year-old receiver skipped the team's mandatory minicamp and missed all of the team's voluntary organized team activities as he holds out for a new contract. The 3-time Pro Bowler is entering the final year of his rookie contract, which will pay him slightly less than $18 million. If the Cowboys can't work out a deal with him, they will have to explore a trade. In a list of proposed trade scenarios compiled by Bleacher Report's Brad Gagnon, one of the deals proposed involves the Cowboys dealing Lamb to the Los Angeles Chargers in exchange for rookie receiver Ladd McConkey and a first-round draft pick. The argument is simple: the Cowboys would benefit from cap savings by unloading Lamb for a rookie or receiver, and they would be trading Lamb to an AFC team unlikely to contend for a Super Bowl during the 2024 season. Dallas would struggle to turn down the immediate cap savings and the significant 2025 draft capital influx, especially with a bright young receiver in Ladd McConkey coming back to try to strike gold with Dak Prescott, Gagnon wrote. The Chargers selected McConkey with the 34th overall pick in the second round of the 2024 NFL Draft. The 6-foot, 185-pound receiver doesn't exactly possess prototypical size for a starting receiver, but he was a highly accomplished target while playing for the University of Georgia. The 22-year-old won 2 national championships while starring at Georgia, including his 2022 season where he posted 58 receptions for 762 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. McConkey posted 5 receptions for 88 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns in the 65-7 win over Texas Christian University in the 2022 national championship. As Gagnon mentioned, the Chargers, who would be seeking a viable receiver for star quarterback Justin Herbert, would acquire one of the best weapons in the league in Lamb after losing his top 2 receivers, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, during the offseason. In this case, it would be a chance for Jim Harbaugh and company to maximize their support for Justin Herbert at a critical juncture of his career, Gagnon wrote. And like New England, the Los Angeles Chargers have the cap space while also not being considered a primary contender. In considering whether to trade Lamb or sign him to a contract extension, the Cowboys will need to take into account the upcoming mega money deals for Prescott, who will likely earn at least $50 million annually, and linebacker Micah Parsons, who is projected to earn $32 million annually on his next deal, according to ESPN's Bill Barnwell. According to Spotrac, Lamb's projected contract value is $136 million over 4 years at an average annual value of $34 million. Considering the Minnesota Vikings just signed Justin Jefferson to a $140 million deal across 4 years, $35 million per year, the Cowboys would likely be forced to tack on some extra dollars to surpass that deal. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of CeeDee Lamb? Leave your opinion in the comments.